Helldivers 2, to me at least, is a very special game, one that I've spent 700 hours of my life on. At its core, it's an extraction shooter made special by the feature of stratagems, but most importantly, the enemies. Those enemies consist of the Terminids, a bug-like species using spores to reproduce, and modified from their first appearance by Super Earth for better oil extraction. The automatons, which are cyborg-turned robots, previously miners sent by Super Earth to Cyberstan to extract minerals, until they became their own identity. And probably the most important, at least in my perspective, the Illuminate, an ancient, extremely advanced interdimensional species of telepathic squid people. It's like Metroid, they just added stuff to be cool. And they are the reason the First Galactic War started, due to rumors of them possessing super weapons and Super Earth attacking them. Each and every faction presents and serves a specific gameplay role to fit a different playstyle and choice of weaponry. The automatons are high armor, serving as the ranged faction, also featuring low health. The Terminids have medium armor in contrast to the other factions, and medium health also in contrast. Higher than most of the others, at least. Besides Illuminate, at least, because we'll get to that. They're also featuring as the melee horde. The Illuminate are different. They have light to no armor, primarily, but very high health. Flesh mobs having about 4,500, I believe, after the nerf. They originally had 6,000. And they have ranged and melee qualities. Yet, for some reason, many players tend to dislike the Illuminate faction, so much so they refuse to fight them. There were times where, consistently, there were more players on liberated planets due to being AFK than the entirety of the Squid Front. But why is that? Today I'll be covering the likely reasons towards the hatred of the Illuminate Front and how to fight them with actually good weaponry that was, designed for them, basically. Anyways, we'll get into that now. There are reasons for the Illuminate being hated by the community. I believe, and have seen through people I played the game with decently regularly, the reason people hate the Illuminate is because of the fact that they are far more different from the other two factions. At least in contrast from the difference between the automatons and Terminids. They're far different. Almost genuinely punishing the player for bringing heavy armor pen weaponry or anti-tanks such as the recoilless rifle and quasar cannon, which are incredibly useful on every other faction. If you do bring an anti-tank weapon, I strongly suggest the railgun or spear gun. Spear gun more so if you bring a supply pack due to the more utility, but every other slow-firing backpack requiring big AT weapon will fail you on this front. Players have grown addicted to the same AT weapons as a one-size-fits-all. When the Illuminate slap you, they punish you for having such passions. The player base doesn't want to fight them as they can't use their favorite AT weaponry due to these differences. You have to constantly tweak and change your loadout and playstyle to specifically cater to the playstyle and loadout required for the Illuminate, more so than every other faction. This deters players and causes them to neglect the Illuminate front because of this. Players also neglect this faction because of the glitches that were originally present, such as flesh mobs being psychics and teleporting through walls, overseers doing the same thing and also having bugged range with their melee attacks, and leviathans also simply existing. Not even really a bug there. The Illuminate range 1 for the Overseer's melee swing, that is still present, and they seem to just have full control over whether they want to be nice or they want to punish you for fighting them normally. Flesh mobs have been fixed quite well. They no longer teleport and climb things that they should not be climbing by phasing through walls. People often point, back to the Leviathan though, people often point at the Leviathan and Harvester too, and say, well, they don't have low armor. You're lying. The devs have poorly designed this faction. They're supposed to have low armor. Why do these people have high armor? But what they forget is you can one-shot a Harvester with the variable on total mode. I never clipped it, but I once, actually last night, I four-shotted a Harvester with the Blitzer. The Blitzer is kind of strange though, because it goes for straight headshots, and the head, by like design, is the direct eye of the Harvester. But the thing is, the joints and eye of the Harvester are light pen and very exploitable. I can see the hate on the Leviathans, but can see the counter arguments, such as the fact they are a mission effect that the player can see and avoid. If you don't like Leviathans, just don't choose missions with the Leviathan blockade effect. And if you want to still fight missions with the effect, just avoid the Leviathan by hiding and, concealing yourself with buildings and other obstructions. Or, with a lot of convincing, have one guy, possibly you, take one for the team and have a counter Leviathan loadout with AT. And Stingrays as well. They are not that hard to counter. Just use medium pen weapons that have decent range. You'll kill it in 1 or 2 strafing runs. On their strafing runs, at least. Any stratagem from yours can one-shot it, besides obvious weapons that won't. Yeah, so to build a loadout for Illuminate, you have to strike a balance similar to the Terminid front, just slightly different. High fire rate and ammo capacity are the best choice of primary on the Illuminate, with the Sickles, Liberators, mostly the Carbine though, the Knight and Halo SMG, all striving. Another kind of primary that is useful are shotguns, such as the Slugger, Halo Shotgun, and somewhat the Double Freedom, all work. Just bring a supply pack, and that will also support the Spear Gun or Stalwart. And I almost forgot to mention, my pride and joy, the Warrant. The greatest thing against the Snitch drones, aka the Watchers, that spawn in reinforcements. Its lock-on ability makes it basically impossible to not kill one of them unless you run out of ammo in that magazine. In that case, you're pretty much screwed. But it's hard to do it because you will be using it a lot. It's also good against elevated overseers. And that also leads me to the only backpack AT that's actually good on this front. The Wasp. It's beautiful. Due to its high ammo capacity for any AT weapon in the game, it's very good. And it can actually one-shot an Overseer perfectly. It doesn't have too much damage left over, so you're not wasting too much. And it can actually deal with Harvesters in 1 canister if you remove their shield. And it has a lot spare. It has like 5 spares, so simple math there if you're going to be resupplying quite commonly. So it's not all that bad. But the Warrant, seriously, it's beautiful, fantastic weapon. The orbitals and sentries you want are the Machine Gun Sentry, and Gatling Sentry, and Flame Sentry. You don't have to bring all 3, I'm just stating these are the best for this front, due to horde clearing abilities. Most of all, I suggest the Gatling Sentry due to its high capacity and fast fire rate that keeps enemies away. It melts them before they can get there. It can kill an Overseer in like half a second. Orbitals I suggest consist of the Gatling Barrage for horde heavy clearing, and demolition, such as, well, the little warp ships. It coming back off of cooldown very quickly makes it perfect for utility too. I have max ship upgrades, it comes back in like 60 seconds. The smoke, gas, and napalm strikes are also perfect. The element strikes for great horde clearing. The verdict is based on opinion. The smoke strike can be used as a desperate concealment tool and a way to either pass on smoke grenades or save them in bulk. But if you want to bring the gas or the napalm airstrike, you're perfectly fine to bring either. They both work perfectly fine. The armor type you want is either a light with medic, engineering kit, or scout, or a medium with every witch that I just said, or Democracy Protects. I can also see Fortified working very well. But back to Democracy Protects. The Illuminate tend to one-shot, and they make you bleed a lot with the arc attacks. So being immune to bleeding and possibly avoiding a one-shot kill is massive. That's amazing. Ballistic padding can do a similar thing, just instead of being 50% indestructible, I can survive nukes, you can tank stingrays way better. Engineering kit can help with spawners. I suggest gas and smoke grenades. Smoke grenades will not destroy the spawners though, but I'm suggesting them because of the stealth aspect for overseers and escaping massive crowds. These have saved me on multiple occasions and are the reasons I've salvaged missions on the Squid Front. I actually am starting to prefer them nowadays. I used the smoke to conceal me and complete terminals while there were like 16 reinforcements worth of Illuminate on me, including harvesters, flash mobs, and thousands of overseers. Medkit is also very useful for the additional stims, but mainly due to the fact that you will bleed a lot on this front. Scout is useful for hiding and stealth to avoid fights that would waste time and resources, that kind of thing. I would also recommend medium armor for mobility and protection. Even the base armor, the B01 Tactical, is a really solid choice. But also on the scout topic, there is a medium armor for that if you really want to, combat technician. This final segment is a demonstration of just how quick things can get out of hand with the Illuminate and their reinforcements if you're not careful. I've been showing a solo Super Helldive video that I have posted, and at the end, things got really crazy very quickly at extraction. So just take a look and see what happens when you're not very careful. So, as you can see, it got crazy quick. Hope you enjoyed the video and that dumb compilation I made at the end. First long-form video I've ever made, especially in this format. Well, thank you for watching, if anyone did. Bye.